Andrew Tucker, and welcome to Andrew Tucker World. What's going on, all my great people? What's going on, all my boxing fans? Oh yeah, y'all see it on the screen. We got two great fights coming up. One is on one Friday and one Saturday. Listen, a great weekend of boxing. A great weekend of boxing. I just want to start off. Who you guys got winning these fights? Who you got? Like Shakur, who you got? Shakur or Robson? Who you got? Wood or Lara? Who y'all got? I just want to start off. I want to start off, talking about and who I feel may win the Wood and Lara fight. Honestly, I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm going to just keep it short and sweet. I feel that Leigh Wood wins the fight, but it's in a very close competitive fight. I think it's going to be a very competitive and challenging fight for both warriors. Mauricio Lara, he comes to fight. He's 24 years old. 24 years old. He's one of those technical brawlers, boxer punchers. That comes to fight. That comes to let his hands go. That comes to make it a war. That's going to make you dig down deep. But he can be a technician as well. He's not just this, pressure you, walk you down, be smart. But he can also, be smart on the inside, but he can be that technician as well, not just this brawler. He can be this technician to be smart on the inside and a little bit on the outside. And I just think he's one of those type of fighters that's going to come to fight and that's going to make it an entertaining fight. You know what I mean? Like this kid is no joke. You know what I mean? He's one of those Mexican fighters that's going to always come to fight. And one thing I know about Mexican fighters, and I got so much love and respect for a lot of Mexican fighters. They are warriors. They have that warrior mentality. All fighters have that warrior mentality and have that gladiator spirit. But he's gonna come to fight. He's gonna press the attack. He's gonna make it a rough, tough, and very challenging, hard-fought fight. But the one thing about Leigh Wood, though, Leigh Wood is one of those boxer punchers. He's more to me. He's more the pure boxer between the two. He can be a technical brawler. He can fight right there on the inside. He can fight on the outside. He's more of that pure boxer. You know what I mean? He's a technician as well, a very skilled, fundamentally sound fighter. And Leigh Wood, is 34 years old. He's a veteran in the game, and he's gonna come to fight. And he's looking to force Mauricio Lara to make mistakes. He's looking to capitalize on any and every mistake that Mauricio Lara makes. That's the thing I can say about Leigh Wood. He's a very tough and dangerous counter puncher, per boxer puncher, and he can be a technical brawler. He can fight on the inside. He can fight on the outside. His movement is pretty decent as far as footwork, as far as upper body movement. And like I say, he's gonna come to fight, but it's gonna be more of a chess match in a way. He's gonna make it a chess match, and then it's gonna be it's gonna turn into a war, because if he has to go to war with Mauricio Lara, that forces that apply pressure, that comes forward, and that makes it a war, and it's going to force the fight to be fought in the inside right there in the pocket, and these guys are going to be like mixing it up. I mean, they're gonna be mixing it up, and being being smart with their attack, mixing up their attack, with the combinations, the accumulation of punches, the combinations, the counters here and there. I think it's gonna be a great fight. I slightly lean towards Leigh Woods by slightly being the smarter fighter, the more technically sound fighter. I slightly lean towards Leigh Wood, but it's gonna be a great fight. In a way, I feel it can be close, but I got Leigh Wood edging this fight. But hey, you never know until they step in the ring. I could be wrong, and I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong. It's just boxing. Fights. sometimes you pick a guy to win and he don't win. You know what I mean? Some guys maybe on that night or that day has the have the better game plan than their opponent, and basically had the right game plan to take away what their opponent came in the ring with. So think about that. But Shakur Stevenson versus Robson Conceicao. Conceicao. You know what I'm saying? Conceicao is going to be. Robson is a tough fighter, man. One thing I can say honestly say about Robson Conceicao. Forgive me if I'm jacking his last name up though. Y'all guys got to forgive me. You know these certain names. You know what I'm saying, be getting to me sometimes. I don't be wanting to mess these names up. But that Brazilian, but he's a Brazilian professional fighter that's gonna come to fight, man. And this guy, you know what I mean, always comes to fight. You know, he's also a young veteran in the game. And he's always going to come to fight. He's a very smart, very technically sound, fundamentally sound, per boxer puncher. You know what I mean? I could say a boxer puncher. He's technically sound, very skilled. He's going to make it a tough fight. You know, he's and guys, we got to remember, like, he was the first Brazilian boxer to win an Olympic gold medal, I believe, at the 2016 Olympics. You know what I mean? So this ain't no pushover for Shakur Stevenson. This guy ain't no pushover. He ain't no pushover. He's gonna come to fight. This guy has the experience. This guy has the skills. This guy is an Olympian. This guy gonna come to fight, just like Shakur Stevens. Shakur Stevenson is an Olympian. You know, silver medalist, and he's gonna come to fight. You know, as a young fighter, he has a lot of experience. As the younger fighter, he has a lot of experience, and he's a what you call a very, very young veteran in the game. You're taking on the best fighters. You know what I'm saying? Willing to prove himself against the best. Taking on tough opposition, taking on tough competition, challenging himself, wanting to be great. The same thing for Robson Conceicao. He's daring to be great, wanting to be great. It's all about legacy with him. Taking on the one of the most very fundamentally sound, skilled, elite level per boxer punchers in the world, as far as the young generation, as far as young fighters that have accomplished accomplished a good bit as far as accolades already at such a young age. And so I believe it's going to be a test. I think I believe Robson is going to make Shakur Stevenson dig down deep. It's going to be a high competitive chess match, fast-paced chess match. It's going to be highly competitive, very challenging for both fighters. It's going to be two technicians going at it. I think one fighter slightly a little faster than the other and slightly better timing, but they are both good counter punchers, very dangerous, smart, technically sound inside fighters. Both can fight on the outside. Both of these guys can set their punches up, good at setting up the counters, good at setting traps. Both of these guys are good lateral movers, good at pivoting, good at countering from different angles. And even if they have to even if they have to dig down deep and make it a war, they will go to war. You know what I mean? But they'll make the necessary adjustments, and they'll mix up their attack, and they're very good with their punch placement, and very accurate majority of the time when it comes to whether it's countering combinations, head, body, or whatever. But these are two technically sound fighters. I slightly lean towards Shakur Stevenson. I give him the edge based on slightly better jab, slightly faster on his feet, and I think he's slightly the better counterpuncher, slightly the faster fighter. But they're both skilled fighters, man. Upset can happen. Of course, Shakur Stevenson the favorite going into the fight. Upset can happen, but I got Shakur Stevenson. I look at it like probably, 7 rounds to 5. I don't think Shakur Stevenson I don't think he stops Robson, and I don't see Robson pulling off the upset and stopping Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, too technically sound, too fundamentally sound, very skilled, elite level fighter, and too smart in that ring. The ring IQ, the ring generalship, they both have it. They both have that. But I just think that Shakur is slightly the smarter fighter. But you guys let me know who wins these fights. You guys let me know what's your predictions. Who win these fights? Y'all guys let me know. Andrew Tucker World. I'm out. Much love and respect. And on to the next one. I might be going live for these fights, so you guys be on the lookout. Be on the lookout.